it's official. Oxford are getting out of the relegation zone this weekend.
Oh, yeah, and also Sunderland, Peterborough, and Lincoln are all going to return to winning ways. Welcome back to Very Biased Opinions coverage of the League One. We are in week 13 now. Before I get started on how we did last week, have a click below. We're an Amazon affiliate. Small click for you, but a couple pennies for us. Additionally, have a click on Grandstand Betters. These guys know sports. Click on their links. They've posted winning months in something like 9 of 10 months thus far this year. They are fantastic. We use them. We back them. We endorse them. Have a look at that. Additionally, there's a couple charity things down below. Please have a look at that. Ian, how did the last round of League One predictions go for Very Biased Opinions?
Well, unfortunately, Tom, it isn't going very well for me. By the time you will see this, we haven't seen the result for the Plymouth versus Portsmouth game yet, but by the time this video goes out, that will already be filled in. But it was irrelevante, because you've already beaten me. You've already stretched your lead to 7-4. Goddamn Accrington Stanley, and we'll move on from them.
They're the Wycombe Wanderers of 2020, 2021. Get over it.
Trying. You don't let me. Keep bringing it up every 5 minutes.
Right. Enough of that, Ian. What's the first match of this round?
It's a bit of derby in the West Country. It's Swindon Town versus Bristol Rovers.
Is that managerless Bristol Rovers, Ian?
Is it managerless Bristol? Tom, you got some hot off the press exclusive news that I don't know.
I mean, it's not that hot off the press. Quite literally, as the game ended, Bristol Rovers sacked Ben Garner. He's gone. Apparently, their total lack of form and total inability to string form together has caused enough problems. They're dropping down near the relegation zone. So apparently, it's panic stations at the Bristol Rovers car factory. They fired the foreman. They're gonna have to hire a new guy to come in. He's gonna have to obviously bring his own staff with him. It's all turning over, mate.
Well, speaking of new managers, Swindon's new boss started with a cracker of a 3-3 draw. He probably wasn't taking charge of this one, but John Sheridan, I think it's a very good, safe pair of hands to go in at Swindon. I think he'll do a good job there. Not that I really want him to. But really entertaining draw against Shrewsbury. Where the hell's that game come from? I don't know how they dragged Shrewsbury into an actual football match for once. But they came back from 3-1 down with a last-minute equaliser. So great for them because they've been in bad form. And so they hopefully not the start of a winning run, but they'll hope it's the start of a winning run. And I think Swindon... I can't back Swindon, Tom. You go first. I need to think about it.
I will say that Sheridan was on the touchline for this. This was his first match in charge, and that 93rd minute equaliser must have done Swindon fans a world of good.
How do you know you weren't there?
I've read about it. Swindon are going to beat Bristol Rovers, though. Bristol Rovers are just falling over themselves. And without a manager, yeah, they might get a bounce, but I doubt it. Swindon to win 2-1.
Yeah, I just hope... I can't back Swindon to win. Sorry, Swindon fans, but you know why. I just hope Bristol Rovers can burgle a draw out of the county ground. 2-2.
Ian, why can't you beat back Swindon?
Because I am a beloved Rochdale fan. Portsmouth versus Crewe Alexandra.
So all the garbage I gave Portsmouth all season, they are now on an insane run of form. They beat Lincoln 2 games ago. They're probably going to beat Plymouth Argyle. And I'm sorry, Plymouth, I really like you guys as a team. But they are looking a bit like Sunderland did at the beginning of the season, like they should look. Like a side with a budget that dwarfs anyone else in the league, playing football that's quite good. And they kept their best player last season. I don't know. They're going to win this game.
Thomas, I agree with you, but let's not underestimate Crewe, because Crewe produced the absolute probably result of the season, beating the in-form Peterborough United 2-0. Yes, I know what you're going to say. So predictable.
I scored a goal!
Yes,
Pickering scored a goal!
Thomas believes that he is the guy called Pickering for Crewe, Harry Pickering for Crewe Alexandra. I don't know if it is you. I don't know if it's not. We live too far apart. But yeah, great win for Crewe. They obviously have got to play Oxford United on Tuesday, unless it's called off again for COVID-19. Wouldn't that be funny? But as I always say, what is going to be left of this Crewe Alexandra side after Oxford have finished with them?
How many times have you said that this season?
Oh my God. I don't think you're going to be able to pick them up off the floor, and Pompey are going to win. 2-1.
Yeah, I'm just going to reiterate what you said quickly about Crewe. It was a really good win for them, and they were value for money. They were the better side in that match. They won 2-0, and credit to them. They're going to lose this match. They're going to lose this match 3-0.
Well, maybe Crewe wasn't the biggest result of the weekend, because it's time for the Milton Keynes Dons versus Hull City.
Yes, Ian, my MK Dons finally did it, despite me not predicting them to win a game for, I think, the first time this season. They outpowered Sunderland. Sunderland, just, what are you doing, guys? Like, honestly, so much possession of ball. For the first match that I've noticed this season, MK Dons have not outpossessed the side. They got 2 goals, really good victory for them, takes them off from, like, near the bottom of the table, shoots them all the way up to 14th. All that possession-based swashbuckling football I've talked about all season is finally coming good. This is the beginning of their and Accrington Stanley's run to the championship. We're going to see MK Dons in second, Accrington in first. They're going up automatically. No, but genuinely a really good win for MK Dons. It's no more than they deserve for how they played this season. Do you have anything to add to that, Ian?
No, just a great win. You know, I don't have many. You know, obviously it was. I mean, Sunderland away is one of the hardest fixtures on the list, and to go a goal down and to beat them 2-1 is a sensational result. Yeah. This is going to be another tricky one because Hull are a really good side too. Hull currently, you know, they beat Burton 2-0. Went up to go up to second in the league, but the game was a struggle for them. Burton got a red card pretty early on. I can imagine they just literally parked the bus for the whole game, and Hull took a while for them to break them down, but they did eventually get the goals in the second half to round out a pretty comfortable win. And difficult one, this one. I'm going to back... you're going to back MK Dons. I'm going to back Hull. We both know it. I think Hull will win 2-1.
Yeah, actually, I'm just going to totally echo your score. We know what? I love Dons.
No. Come on, man.
Fine.
You just talked about how much you love them.
You know, fine, 2-1. But they're not going to outpossess them, and that just causes me such pain. Fleetwood Town versus Plymouth, Green Army, Argyle.
Yeah, so as we said, we don't know how Plymouth have got on yet against Portsmouth. You will obviously know this by the time you watch this video, but Fleetwood carried on their fine form. Wonderful victory over Bristol Rovers. They ended up winning 4-1. Got some late goals in that one to really kind of make the score look even more emphatic than maybe the game was. But yeah, we talk about it every week. They look more and more like their old selves, more and more, look more difficult to beat every single week that goes on. Got match winners in the side, like those 2 strikers in Madden and Ched Evans. Good enough.
Ched Evans is on such good form, wins the penalty and scores it.
They'd be good enough to play in any side in this league. They really are great strikers, and when you got good strikers, makes life so much easier for you. And I do think they'll beat this Plymouth side. Long old bloody way to go against Plymouth. I think Fleetwood will win. I think it'll be a 2-0 victory to Fleetwood.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. I think this Plymouth side's really good, and I know that Fleetwood are back to winning ways, but I really like this Plymouth side. They're obviously we haven't seen their most recent match, but the match before that, I've just had it in front of me and now I've lost it. Quickly. The match before that, they banked 4 goals past Swindon. They are a little bit open at the back by allowing stuff like that to happen, but I think they're going to win this away from home. I think it's going to be a topsy-turvy old game. Fleetwood Town 2, Plymouth Argyle 3.
Oh, great game up at Highbury.
This match will end 0-0.
For 2 more classic sides, Burton Albion versus Northampton Town.
Burton Albion fans, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you guys are averaging a sending off a match at this point. You can't keep it together. Sending off in the last match against Hull. Hull still made it difficult for themselves, but I don't know what's going on at Mediocrity Incarnate Inc., but you guys aren't doing so hot. Ian?
No, they're not. They're poor. I mean, they've shot themselves in the foot against Hull. I mean, they've struggled to win games all season. They've only got the 1 win and 4 draws. Sits currently joint bottom of the table with Wigan. Both sides are struggling though, Tom. So this is one that both of these sides will be looking at as a game they can win. Northampton lost to Accrington Stanley, and I'm sure you'll talk more about Accrington Stanley when that comes to it. Prepare yourselves. Maybe you do want to skip ahead past the Accrington Stanley game. But they're in really bad form. Obviously, they lost in the FA Cup to Oxford City as well. The things aren't going great, and I think that Burton will get a win here. I think it'll be an ugly game. I think it'll be a 1-0 win for the Brewers.
See, Ian, I think this is a fallacy that you and I fall into, that where there's must-win matches, we assume a team must win them, and in reality, most must-win matches end in sheer and utter boredom. So, this match will end 0-0. Gillingham versus Charlton. Let's look.
Gillingham themselves is another side that's not been in great form. Charlton have been in excellent form. I'm not sure really what's going wrong with Gillingham. They did win last time out. None of these sides played last weekend either, but they did manage to get a win to sort of end a long losing run. So Steve Evans will be glad about that. And I think they're far too good of a side to be 16th in the league. But Charlton are like granite, Thomas.
Oh,
granite.
We really didn't see this coming from this Charlton side. They've been fantastic this year, haven't they? Brilliant,
really good. Just so solid. It's all built off this brilliant defence that they have. They're so hard to score against. I know they had a bit of a topsy-turvy game against Fleetwood, which they won, but they're generally good at keeping clean sheets. And if you can do that, that's pretty much half the battle, isn't it?
That Fleetwood match was such a freaking aberration, though, because neither of these sides like to concede goals, so both of them went hell for leather, and it ended up 3-2. And that's not something you normally see, but a team that can both be really good at the back, but when they want to, throw everything forward and score goals, it's a really good side, and it's a fun side to watch, and I think they're going to win here. I feel bad for Gillingham, but I think Charlton's going to win 2-0.
I mean, just from a point of view, I mean, obviously we talked a lot about Oxford have been so bad at the back this season in conceding goals. When you have to consistently chase a game, it's so hard. And Charlton have been so good at getting the first, playing in front, and then just shutting the sides out. And I think that Gillingham it's always tricky to go down to Gillingham. They won't make it easy, but I'm going to copy your score and be boring, and I think Charlton will also win 2-0. Oh my God, Accrington Stanley versus the greatest city in the world, Lincoln City.
We are top of the league. Say we are. Oh no, wait, no. This is premature. Everybody, stand down. Stand down. Last week was the best week for me because both teams that I irrationally back in this league, Accrington Stanley and MK Dons, both got a win. It's really nice of Northampton Town though to roll over and play dead for Accrington Stanley. Scored a goal within 2 minutes. What more do you want? And then they really didn't offer a huge amount. Charles, who got the assist, came close to scoring. I think he also hit the post later on. But Northampton really did not offer a lot in this game. It was pretty easy for Stanley. They ended up with 14 shots. Absolutely ridiculous state of affairs for them.
Thomas Pickering. Accrington have only played 8 games, and they've won 5 of them. How did Oxford beat this side 4-1?
Well, Oxford have to win 1 out of every 8 games, Ian, so there it is.
Okay.
It's what's most annoying is you've beaten Accrington and MK Dons, both clubs that currently sit above you in the table as well. But they're fantastic sides. I really like Accrington Stanley, but I'm going to let you talk about Lincoln.
Well, we've also beat Rochdale, and I'm pretty sure they're above us in the league as well. Are they? Yes, they are. What a surprise.
Who isn't above Oxford? You're bottom of the league.
Yeah, I know, Tom. I know. We're 25th out of 24. Well, Tom, living up in these parts, it's been nothing but jubilation despite the lockdown of Lincoln going so well. But in the last few weeks, we've heard the wheels falling off the bandwagon. Lincoln lost their last 2 games. Is the little honeymoon over? Are they going to slump back into their mid-table mediocrity?
Appleton out. Appleton out. Appleton out.
Yes, obviously they've been really good. It's a little blip, but they'll need to address it. Difficult game. I'm not convinced they're going to win this one. I actually think Accrington are certainly good enough to get some against this Lincoln side. Let us know, Lincoln fans. Do you think this is a blip? If any Lincoln fans watch this, or is it, or are you going to sink down the table? Because I think Accrington Stanley are going to win. Tom, I'm drinking your Kool-Aid. 2-1 to Stanley.
See, this is hilarious because had you not backed Stanley, I was refusing to go and back another team I didn't think would win a football match. But because you backed Stanley, I'm doubling down on this. And not only am I doubling down, I'm raising the ante. It's going to be a 3-0 Stanley victory in this game.
Accrington Stanley have never scored 3 goals in a game. Now this is a bit of a juicy one. Doncaster Rovers or Bells versus Sunderland.
Sunderland, I've spent all freaking season waxing lyrical about you, and what do? You go and lose to my Dons. And you lost a couple matches recently that make literally no sense. You did beat Ipswich, and well done, but what the hell are you guys doing? Why are you doing this to me? I finally back you. We start to be like, oh, this club's on like... No, there's no excuse. Cut it out.
Tom?
Yes?
Doncaster Rovers were scared of Oxford and had to call the game off, pretending they had internationals. Old Darren Moore went out there and phoned them and said, yeah, we've got players that play for like Djibouti and like Kyrgyzstan and all these countries.
Have you guys
just to get out of it. It was so scared.
Yes. Do you think they're going to be scared against Sunderland?
I don't know, but I'm backing Sunderland to win.
Me too.
For some reason, I don't know why. 1-0.
Okay, I'm going 2-0. Also, this is hands down, somehow, two teams we could have talked a lot about that we've given the least airtime to. It's like, games. Ipswich Town versus Anti-Football Town.
We cannot call them anti-football anymore, Tom. They are the great entertainers of League One, that is Shrewsbury Town. They not only bang in goals for fun, but they're so generous at the back that they just let sides back into it. 3-3 draw. I mean, literally get down to wherever Shrewsbury are playing. Well, you can't. Get that £10 paid. Watch Shrewsbury Town. You'll get money, guaranteed value for money in that one. Ipswich. I mean, Ipswich have been really good, haven't they? They're third in the league. They've been really solid. They've been a bit iffy of late, though. 3 defeats in the last 5 games. So the fans will start to be getting those nervy moments like they had last season of thinking it's going to be the old Ipswich Town again. I don't think this one's going to be pretty, but I think Ipswich will win. I think Ipswich will... I'm going for a 2-0 Ipswich victory.
Yeah, I think it's really hard to look past Ipswich in this, just based solely on the fact that Shrewsbury are quite open at the back, and they're not a team that we expect to score goals, so you expect them to revert to type and be a bit more defensive and a lot more organised. You also expect that to give Ipswich players more time on the ball, which they'll enjoy, which is what they need when they've had a couple bad games. I think they'll win as well. I do think it's going to be closer than you think, though. I think it's going to be 1-0 to the Imps.
To the Imps?
Are they not Imps?
Ipswich?
What are they?
Boys.
To the Tractor Boys.
There we go.
Lincoln are the Imps.
Very good. Peterborough United versus Blackpool.
What in God's name are you people doing, Peterborough? Like, what the actual hell is going on over there? Top of the league, flowing football, and you get blown out by Harry Pickering's band at Crewe. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to call that an aberration. Blackpool, I don't think I'd back anymore as a rule, because every time I back them, they lose football matches. They've been doing it since they're in the Premier League.
2 wins in a row. Blackpool are on a winning run, Thomas.
So definitely not backing them for this game. Peterborough United to win, 3-0.
The stats tell you that this should be a Blackpool at least 5-0 win, based on the fact that Peterborough lost their last game and Blackpool won their last 2. But I am going to back the Posh as well, back to winning ways. They need to get that horrible defeat to Crewe out of their minds. I think they'll win by 3-1.
Ian, your mathematics are undeniable. You should have been a physics professor.
How do you know I'm not?
Ian's favorite club, Rochdale, versus the amateur football champions, Wimbledon.
Very nice, Thomas. I like it. I like it, mostly because we all know that when those amateurs turn professional, it will be Milton Keynes 2.
MK Dons 2.0.
No, MK Dons TOO. That's what they're going to be called. Neither side played in the last round of fixtures. AFC Wimbledon doing pretty decent in the table, sitting bang in mid-table. Rochdale 17th. Obviously, Rochdale coming off a rare win for Oxford United. Got against Rochdale, so shame on you, Rochdale. Shame on you.
Shame!
And I don't know. This one's going to be. I think this one's going to be a draw. Or probably. I reckon it's either going to be a Rochdale win, a Wimbledon win, or a draw. But I'm going for a draw. I'm going for. Let's go exciting draw. 3 each.
Wow, I'm going for a 1-1 draw. Yeah, I can't see how, like, both of them are playing well enough to survive in the league right now, and that's good enough for both clubs and probably the best they can hope for. So 1-1 draw.
Well, after them not playing last week, we finally get back to some proper football. It's time for the main event.
Wigan Athletic versus the mighty, mighty Yellows of Oxford United.
And it still feels like Oxford have barely played a game. It feels like the season hasn't got started. Yep. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, it's not as bad as Accrington Stanley, but Oxford had another game, missed another game against Doncaster. They've only played 9 games. By the time this video goes out, they will have played the 10th against Crewe. What a great time to play Crewe after they've just come off the greatest performance of their season. Go on then.
No, I'm just saying, is there a conspiracy against Oxford United? Because every time they actually win a game, the next game is called off. Are the League One and the EFL trying to stop Oxford from creating what I believe is called in the business form?
Well, I hadn't even thought of that, but now that you've said it, it's irrefutable. It's undisputed that is what's going on. You should be ashamed of yourself, League One, trying to keep Carl Robinson down. I mean, what does this guy have to do to get a break in life? But it's a big week for Oxford. We've got the game against Crewe, playing bottom of the league, Wigan Athletic. It's an actual chance to get some momentum on the board of playing 2 sides we actually should beat. Hopefully we can do a bit better against Wigan than we did when we lost 7-0 to them in a game I went to at Boxing Day a few years back. That was a bit of a painful one under Pep Clotet. That was the day I realised Pep Clotet might not be the boss for us.
Oh, was that his first game in charge?
No, it was Boxing Day, so it was a very, very big house. And Oxford lost 7-0. Will Grigg literally was on fire that day. But Oxford not having played since they lost in the FA Cup. Well, they did play in the Papa John's Football League trophy. But things have got a little bit better. They've had some rest. Swinnell is back fit. Atkinson is back fit. Messinio is back fit. Really good news, Tommy won't be playing, but Cameron Brannigan is all right. He's got over. He literally nearly went blind, and the great staff at the John Radcliffe had to work miracles and stop him.
They give him 2 new eyes.
No, seriously, it was really bad. No, he really lost vision in his one of his eyes. So really good news that he's okay, and hopefully he can get back to being part of the Oxford side because he's an integral member of the team. Jordan Obita has come in. He was this free. Carl Robinson's been talking about signing a free contract or a free agent for a while. We finally got him in. He's a versatile player, can play in a number of positions, but he's an established player, played a lot for Reading. So hopefully he's going to come in and add a lot to the side as well. It's a game we need to win. There's no bones about it. Not going to pull any punches. Anything other than a win's a bad result. And I think Oxford will win. And I think that we might even get a rare clean sheet. I think Oxford will win 2-0.
Yeah, I got the same score for this. The only thing I have to say is that Wigan are on a terrible run of form. They're doing exactly as we expected. Their manager's now jumped ship, and this is not a club where the manager jumping ship makes them better. The manager jumping ship makes them worse. The only good thing at Wigan was that Sheridan had stayed as long as he had. Oxford United, if they win the 2 games in hand they essentially have to get back up to the right amount of matches with everybody. Is that right? Is it 2 games? Yeah, 2 games in hand.
I mean, some teams it's 3, but by and large,
if they win those, they're mid-table, and all of a sudden they're 3 or 4 points off the promotion places. And it just puts into perspective how literally 2 wins out of the last 5 have catapulted Oxford from bottom of the table to within 6 or 7 points of being in a perfectly healthy position and exactly where you want them at Christmas, because you don't win the title, you don't get promoted in the first 3 months of the season. We talk about this every year. You just have to keep pace and hit a big run of form at some point in the new year, and you can go and win the league. Like that's how it happened last year. It's how it's going to happen this year. So it's good news for Oxford. I've got them to win 2-0.
Okay, I think that'll pretty much do it on that bombshell from Thomas. We just want to say thank you very much to everybody that watches this channel. If you can hit that like button, that helps us out so much. If you like the content and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and hit the notify bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Check out the Amazon affiliate links and other affiliate links down below, and go over to Grandstand Betters, superb tips to the website, and win yourself some cash. We'll be back very soon with more League One, because League One is a league that does not quit. And just going to say, anything else to add, Thomas?
Yeah, check us out on Saturday night when we review the Wigan versus Oxford game.